Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm GhostPrime, and I want to look at the Rise of Tyranny 2-pack from Amazon. It is an Amazon exclusive, and wait a minute, this is the Humble Origins 2-pack. Yes, that's what happened to me. It happened to a lot of people who got this the early run. If you ordered the Rise of Tyranny 2-pack off of Amazon, you got the Humble Origins. So I guess I'll probably do a review on this later. So really what I'm talking about here is these guys. Consider a Ratbat and Minor Megatron from the Rise of Tyranny 2-pack. Now, it's actually kind of a cool 2-pack. I was not going to get one of these at all because I have so many Siege Megatrons. This one's not so bad. And him, I don't have the original one at all. So both of these, speaking of, have been released before in toy form. He was released as a legend scale. Oh, God, back when? Way back when. I don't remember. It was so long ago. Somewhere in the Generations line. I did before Power of the Primes. And he was released also in Generations in Japan, also repainted Scourge from the Classics line. And I don't have either of those, so I went and got these. So I'm actually kind of happy with this set, spoilers. But where did these guys come from originally? They came from IDW. And this is the collected Volume 1 of Megatron Origins, where the whole thing started with the whole minor Megatron. Megatron was a minor on Cybertron, and then the Senate basically shut down their operations, and there was a revolt. Megatron ended up killing a senator, and so on and so forth, and eventually became the Megatron we kind of know. But a lot went on in that book, and I actually suggest it. It's pretty cool. It's an alternate storyline for Transformers, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, let's get to the review. So sit back, relax, hit that thumbs up button, ring the bell for notifications. Without any further ado, let's get to the review. Okay, first and foremost, again with the packaging, we have Minor Megatron, Senator Ratbat here, looking like he's arguing. I kind of like that. I like this as a very good picture here. You got some wraparound sort of imagery in the background. On the side, which is weird, you have just what's his name, Senator Shockwave, just the arm, and then on the back we have the Evo Fusion part, which I'll go over. Minor Megatron, 16 steps into the tank mode, and 17 steps for Senator Ratbat into his space boat mode. On this side, it's got the Legacy artwork. Not much on the bottom, except for a little bit of wraparound with the feet. And you do have a set of instructions, which looks to me like it's misfolded here. But it's either way, nice and clear, but we pretty much know how to transform these guys. And here's what we get for accessories. We have Scourge's gun here, which is exactly the same. It's done up in purple. It's not painted. It's done up in plastic. No blast effect piece that we got with Scourge and Sweep. And you get an axe, or a pickaxe rather. It does come apart. And you get a drill piece with, I guess, an engine motor thing. You can connect all this together for an Evo Fusion. If you wish, I think you can connect it like that. This doesn't have any play. Oh, that's put right there. There we go. Evo Fusion time. This is actually kind of cool that you can mix and match all this. Makes sense. All right, and here they are together. Get that down so you see his face. I think that it's a good looking set. Paintwork on him is pretty good. Let's take a look at Megatron first. Getting close to that head sculpt. Now, this is the same head sculpt that we got on the G2 Megatron, the G2 unreleased version, the Hero Megatron. But now at least it's all painted up and done right, and it's killer. This is a killer head sculpt. Really fantastic. Right here you got just this like charcoal gray plastic. It looks great. It looks really amazing. It's a whole new piece, new chest pieces sculpted here, new biceps here. Like it looks really great. Now when you get down to it, you have the same waist piece, legs. All that is all the same as on Siege. Nothing any different, just done up in this plastic. Here's a close-up of his weapon there. Even the back, it's all the same. But the coloration on it looks really good, and the paint work for the stripes look excellent. And if my camera likes to stay focused, the red and the silver, everything shows up real nice. This is actually a really, really nice repaint of him. Now, I almost said cartoon. In the comic, these are much, much larger. And I'm sure there's going to be a third party come out with those to make it kind of more accurate. You still get a little bit of that leaning back that you get with all of these, with these feet, which is a shame. I wish they would have fixed that on one of the molds of this. I mean, holy hell, this has been so many. Just for a refresher, here he is with the Netflix version. I get him to stand up. There he is with the Netflix version. So you can see how much has actually been remolded with the shoulders and everything. It really sets it off as a different version of Megatron. I think they do a good job, and it got me to buy it again. Now let's move on to Senator Ratbat here. And he is a pretty excellent deco. Let's get close up on that head sculpt, because that is a brand new head sculpt. I love those eyes. I love the gold eyes and the way his facial expression is just nonchalant, just non-caring. It's fantastic. The whole head sculpt is done super well. Even though this here back piece is part of Scourge, I think it still really works well with the character. You got a whole new chest, also shoulders. I think everything else is primarily Scourge, even with the lower arms, the hands, the legs, and the feet, which still work really well. Joint-wise, the tolerances are pretty good. I meant to mention that with Megatron, too. All of them are pretty good. I do prefer to keep him with the wings out a little bit. Kind of makes me feel like he's more Ratbat than Scourge. But I love the shiny paint that's used on him. You know, it just has that, like, Imperial vibe. You know what I mean? It looks really, really good. I mean, I think they did a really good job with the remolding and making it look like him. Funnily enough, I actually came across a Digibash from somebody that read Digibash Scourge into this. I wonder if that's where they get their ideas for Hasbro. And here is the sweep to check it out where the mold came from. Just the same thing as Scourge is, but you can see the differences in the chest, in the arms, you know, everything. I think they did a good job. Now, transformation on these both are exactly the same. There's nothing really different. A little bit different where you connect this part here on the turret. For him, the transformation's the same. So let's start off with Megatron and get him transformed. If you want to actually see the transformation, feel free to look at my Siege Megatron video, which it's done in there. That was a couple years ago. They're really getting their use out of this mold. Okay, and the only real difference is in the way that this is connected. You see there's slots there, and these are newly sculpted slots rather than the cannon being in here. And you just kind of put one on one side, one on the other. You know, this could just come off that piece, plugs right in like that. You can have different configurations of this, but I think this looks okay here. Put that in a little more. It looks all right. Another way you could do this is you could take this off, take the axe part there, pickaxe, kind of make it like that, kind of extends it out a little bit, makes it a little bit more practical. But overall, like I said, it's the same. It's not any different than the other ones. It's just Siege Megatron as we know him, you know, and it's I can't get that in there. I mean, everything's the same. Look at the chest drags a little bit more. Get that in all the way. I didn't notice that on a wood surface, but I'm noticing that on this foam surface. But I mean, there you go. That's what he looks like in tank mode, which is, for refresh, is about that size. Okay, again, for him, exact same transformation. You've seen it before. Go check out my Scourge video. And I'll be right back with him in boat mode. All right, here he is in space boat mode. Now, some of that black shows up. These black pieces here, which is sort of awkward. I don't know why they just made it all purple, but that real nice shiny black shows through. On the painted parts, at least. You know, these are plastic. But it looks pretty good. He has a new sculpted piece right there. This whole piece is newly sculpted. And I'd say it looks really, really, really nice. Here's how he looks next to Scourge. Get an idea. A lot of the head, they just kind of did what they did with Alpha Trion, just kind of make it a nub. But you kind of get that idea there. How they look. Pretty much the same. And bring them both back in, and get an idea how they look in vehicle mode together. So yeah, honestly, it's a recommended set for me. But let's do some final thoughts. So all in all, this is a pretty good 2-pack. I don't really have any real space for this guy. I collect Megatron, which is why I got this. But I was surprised at the finish on him. It's a beautiful redeco for this guy. It's really, really well done. So I don't mind that at all. Like I said, Amazon has fixed the listings. So if you order this set, you will get this set. So that's at least good if you want it. They're pretty cool. I mean, but you know what you're getting if you have Scourge or any one of the Megatrons. You know what you're getting. It's not too much different, but man, this deco actually looks pretty good. Anyway, I appreciate you stopping by and listening to this review and sitting here with me to, look over these guys. So I'll see you in the next review. Should be coming up shortly. I got a bunch coming up.